What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Bill and Ted's Awesome Disc Golf Adventure Finals. We are out here in Live Oak, Texas for this final round here. My name is Gabriel Dao, and I am here with Bobby Cox.
How's it going, everyone?
And we're going to be taking over commentary for Greg and Nate for this final round. We are back on the Hill course, which is the course we played first round. Awesome course. We've got Gregg Barsby in the lead, shooting hot fire. He is 21 under par. Bradley Williams not too far behind. He is 19 under par. And then we got Tim Escobedo and your PDGA Rookie of the Year sitting at 17 under par as well. So a lot of attackable holes here. I'm sure we'll see some swinging strokes on this course.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Mason made a big jump here. He's been putting absolutely fantastic this whole tournament. So if he can continue doing that and keep the disc in the fairway, I can see him jumping up a couple spots.
Oh, yeah. Hole 1, this is a par 4, 567 feet. It is initially very uphill, so you just want to crush out a hyzer over this tree on the right here that the drone is flying by, and try and end up in the middle of the fairway on this right side and leave yourself with as easy of an upshot as possible. There's a lot of little trees to contend with, so the more right you are on the fairway, the better.
Yeah, if you can get up to that top level, it really kind of opens up your second shot. So if you can get a little power behind that drive, then you might be sitting pretty.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, first on the box, 2018 World Champion, representing Innova Disc Golf and Millennium, from Grass Valley, California, by way of Henderson, Texas, Mr. Gregg Barsby.
Shout out to Greg for coming and doing the commentary for those first two rounds, and Nate Perkins joining him second round.
Yeah.
Always enjoy having him on the commentary. This is looking like a real nice shot from Greg.
Yeah, Greg's been throwing the disc really well. He's had some issues with short putts this tournament so far, but it hasn't cost him too much.
Next on the box,
And he'll have a look from there.
representing Innova Disc Golf from Austin, Texas, the Texas Cactus, Mr. Bradley Williams, also lover of trees.
Got Bradley Williams, one of the smoothest in the game.
Yeah, he is very mechanically sound.
Yeah,
Really
Very-
all aspects of his game, too.
yeah. Very Macbeth-like.
Yes. Yeah, him and Anthony Barella seem to really
Next on the box,
kind of follow that trend.
Yeah, they mirror his form
Which,
for
I mean,
sure,
is a-
which it works out, yeah.
Pretty good person to mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Jr.
If you're going to mirror anyone in the disc golf world,
Yeah.
PMcB would be the man. We got Tim Escobedo,
Yeah, we filmed him first round.
and he is a solid golfer as well.
Ripping up a big hyzer trying to get around that tree. And yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, that'll be fine. He'll have a little bit more tricky of a look than he wants, but it's doable.
2018 Rookie of the Year, representing Millennium Disc, from Harlingen, Texas, by way of San Antonio, Mr. Mason Ford.
Yeah, 2018 Rookie of the Year. Just been playing absolutely fantastic this tournament.
Sponsored by Millennium Discs. Those Scorpius shirts are sweet.
Yeah, I'm liking those.
Might have to give me one of those.
And Mason's got some sneaky power for his size.
He does. Very Emerson Keith-like, you know. You see him and you're just like, maybe like 450 max.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
More like
This dude
550.
throws like 550, yeah.
Mason throwing that forehand. Yeah, you got to keep it really low on this
Yeah.
upshot.
Just too high. Bradley with a pretty nice window here up to the basket. And it looks like he's thrown this one a little bit too low.
Yeah, you can sometimes get a pretty good skip, the kind of the down slope there, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't seem to get it. We got Tim.
Yeah, the second shot's really the hardest part on this hole. I mean, you know, your first shot's just a standard hyzer up the hill, and then that second shot, you're either throwing it too low or too high, and you really have to find that middle ground to
Yeah.
get it to the basket.
We got Greg, one of the best putter / mid-range forehand throwers on tour,
Absolutely.
if not the best, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. He is parked for a 3 there.
I think just throwing that eagle for all those years kind of taught him that finesse with the wrist, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to where using a mid-range or a putter isn't that big of a deal. Can't imagine Tim's can get too aggressive here. Yeah, he's just pitching up.
Yeah. There's a little drop off behind the basket that you have to be careful of, because if you go down there, there's bushes that come out the top of the drop off, and so it kind of obstructs your putt if you go down there.
There's no like OB line down there, right? It's just the road.
Yeah, just the road.
Okay. Ooh.
That was a really nice run from Brad.
And yeah, we've been seeing that from Gregg. Just starting off slow like he did second round.
Yeah. Gregg definitely should be like
He should
pushing 30 under par right now, and if we're being honest.
Yeah, I really don't know.
And he's still winning the tournament, missing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's good.
Those long holes. He gets those long holes. That's what I noticed.
Well, he's
thus
really
far in the
accurate,
tournament.
like always, and he has above average distance for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always putting himself in a good spot.
Yeah. Gregg, not happy at all with that one. That was to tap out for a stroke on the entire card, and that's just unfortunate to see. Hole 2, this is a par 3. It is 302 feet. You have, it's kind of flat initially off the tee, and then kind of drops off past these cactuses here to the left. So you have 2 lines. There is a forehand line, which you really just have to throw something super overstable, like a driver that's going to get a massive skip. The majority of the players are going to be going for the middle shot, straight down the middle with a putter or mid-range.
Yeah, we saw Ezra first round get into those cacti, and it didn't really cause that much trouble, but, I mean, it's pretty obvious you don't want to be over there in the cacti.
Yeah, no.
Looks like Bradley's going putter here. That looks a little high.
Yeah, that does.
Okay, finesse
Well,
through.
Keeps carrying, and he's going to be about 40 feet short, but that's still a putt. Not a putt you want to miss, though.
No,
because
those
that
downhill
drop off
putts
behind the
suck,
basket
yeah.
is. I mean, you're going 50 deep if you airball that.
Yeah, Tim just throwing that a little bit too low. The common miss.
He's going to be right there next to Gregg. We got Mason.
And that is looking beautiful.
Fantastic. Putting it right under the basket. He has a mere drop in.
Do you know how old Mason is? Low 20s, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to look that one up.
Oh, sit down. Yeah, Tim's just going to be laying up here.
Yeah. Here's Bradley with a scary putt. Just laying up.
Yeah, I love all like the subtle elevation on this course. It seems like every hole has a little aspect of a little bit of elevation change. Nothing too drastic, though.
Mm-hmm. Gregg saving the 3. That was a good 3 save, getting the putter going.
Oh, yeah.
Mason with the lone 2 on this hole. Very surprising from our lead card. Brad just tapping in the par as well. Staying at 19 under par. And we are on to hole 3. This is a par 3, dogleg right. It is 277 feet. Most of these guys are going to be throwing a mid-range on a soft turnover line. You want it to flatten out right as it gets through the trees on the right side here of the basket so it can check up nicely. If you have too much angle, obviously you can catch that cut roll around to the left side of the hill. And then there is also a forehand line as well, but you do have to take a pretty big skip back right to put yourself into position.
Looks like Mason's going with that turnover shot.
This is looking absolutely perfect.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that angle was perfect, like immediately right when I saw it.
Yeah.
We got Gregg gonna try to mimic that line, I assume. It looks a little low.
And that one ended up left. Looked like he went with something a lot more overstable and just tried to force it over, but just faded out a little bit too soon on him.
Bradley putting out a nice drive. Coming up a little bit short, but it's about circle's edge.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit farther.
And Tim, that needs to carry left. And it does.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like it was going to fade out.
I know.
A lot faster than it did. That's perfect.
Bradley with about the same putt as last hole.
Yeah, not quite able to get the putts going.
Oh!
And that was a really nice putt from Gregg.
That was a really high putt. Look at that.
I mean, he was about 45 feet from there. So that was really nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. He misses that 15-footer and then comes back with a super easy-looking 45-footer.
Right. I mean, Mason's right there, and he really can't be bleeding strokes to Mason at this point. I mean, seeing how he's playing right now, you've got to make those. I mean, look at the kid. 2 under par to start the round after 3 holes.
Yeah, and Mason's throwing motion is just so like compact. You know, he doesn't
he
doesn't waste any energy on his throws.
No. Bradley with the unfortunate par there. And we're on to hole 4. This is a par 4. It is 562 feet. You're really just wanting to throw something dead straight and get underneath this tree. Ideally, you want to be on the left side of this fairway to leave yourself with as clean of an upshot as possible. And then from there, the upshot's really not too difficult.
Yeah, it's just that hill in front of the basket that kind of takes away a lot of birdies. Come up a little bit short, you're not getting any forward skip at all. You're sticking there. So
yeah,
as long as you can kind of overthrow that upshot and really make sure you get on the top level, you'll be sitting pretty.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hard, though, with those low-hanging trees.
Mm-hmm. And Mason.
I got a little bit more turn than he might have wanted, but he's going to be in a good spot.
He'll be on that right side. He'll have a little forehand upshot from there.
Yeah, and he's definitely got the power to get there from there.
Yeah.
Gregg just kind of yanked that one.
Yeah, that was definitely yanked, and that's not going to be a fun spot.
No, that's a long ways away.
That's a solid 460 feet away, if not more.
Yeah. Tim getting a little skip there. Maybe on that left side in a good spot.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, getting the power off this drive really is important. You know, you want to make that upshot as easy as possible, clearly. That's looking money.
Yeah, this is the ideal shot right
here. Big
here.
old skip. Oh, yeah.
Getting that extra carry.
Oh, and just give him a roll, too. Why not?
Even a little tree love out of the rough, because that left side rough, there's a lot of little thorns there that are not fun to deal with, especially on your run-up. So that was a nice little kick out from there.
See if Gregg can make up some distance here.
Gregg's second shot here.
Full flex.
Full flex.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Pin high. About 35 feet right. That's incredible.
That was a like 460, 480 foot upshot.
Just like the perfect flex line.
Inside the circle. That's so good.
Yeah. Dodging trees. That was beautiful. Mason's going to be kind of in a tricky spot, pinched against this tree, having to do a standstill without trying to break your wrist. I think he'll take that.
Yeah, he's right there next to Gregg.
Man, Bradley crushed that drive.
Yeah, that was very well done. Puts up there next to the basket.
And Tim made a long putt on this whole first round.
Yeah, he did.
Had a good line, just a little bit high there.
Yeah.
And you can see a little wind drop. Kind of took advantage of that disc.
Yeah. That's a surprising miss from Mason, though.
It is. Ooh.
And
Gregg's like, that should not have gone in, just so everyone's aware.
Oh man.
God.
It caught the little nub on the rim and just popped it right back into the basket.
I kind of feel his pain there. Like, you do feel a little bit guilty even whenever you make those.
Yeah.
Card mates are like, wow, that should have been a stroke. But,
Yeah, exactly.
Just got to play it off. Bradley tapping in that 2.
3.
I meant to say birdie. But yeah.
Mason with an unfortunate par from where he was at. Tim staying at 18 under par. Hole 5, this is a par 4. It is 640 feet. Very long hole, so some strokes to be had on this one. As you can see, there's a pretty tight gap off the tee. Most of these guys are going to be going with a big flex shot and try and bite off as much distance as they can, or you can throw a forehand and just try and get right of this tree right here to the left, and then from there you have either a hyzer or a big forehand over the top. So position is really important on this first shot. So
yeah, you really just don't want to go on that left side, like the short left. Like, if you go too straight off that tee box, you're going to be in a horrible spot.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you get right, get in that fairway, and try to dodge some trees. I mean, there's still some trees in the fairway that you got to miss. So
yeah,
it's a really difficult hole. Gregg putting a great move on this disc.
And that
almost hit you?
Almost hit me. I was not expecting anyone to get past me from where I was standing.
Isn't that the worst?
Then they just are like, you know what?
Did you scoot back after that shot?
I did.
Okay,
I
good.
did.
Oh, Bradley getting real close to that initial tree. And yeah, that's still past you.
About pin high with me.
About Gabe high?
Yeah. That's perfect position on the hole.
It is.
He's got a wide open look at that left side gap.
And I like this safe forehand play. It looks like Mason just kind of misreleased it and didn't quite get the power behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Threw a little bit too low as well. And that's going to be hyzer a little bit too early, and hopefully he can manage to find a gap through there.
He gets up there. That's not going to be
it's
too bad of a spot.
Yeah, it's just a low ceiling. It's hard to get all the way up to the basket.
Yeah. You got to throw it hard.
And Mason, whenever you're this far back, why not just go over all the trees? Well, not all of them.
He's pin high.
Is he pin high?
He's pin high.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
a 400.
I mean, yes, it's 70 to 80 feet, right? But he's pin high.
Yeah, it's pin high.
That's pretty fantastic.
See if Bradley can take advantage of that awesome drive he just had. Yeah. This hole is not this easy, I promise.
No, it's not. But Bradley making it look like it. And Barsby just touching the branch. I'm sure he wanted to get it on that right side, on the outside, to allow that to turn over.
He had the right angle on it.
He did.
He just clipped the branch and ruined the whole flight.
And Tim, that was his
third
shot.
Yeah.
Be tapping in a 4.
Here's Gregg for birdie. Yeah, with Gregg's putting style, I'm sure he loves those, 40, 50 footers, because he can really put a ton of power on it and it won't go too far past if he misses, because he's got all that loft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not mad with the par on this hole.
No. Mason with a par as well. Staying at 19 under par. Got Bradley tapping in the birdie. Perfectly played hole.
Yeah, he was in like that rare spot of the fairway where you just have a easy hyzer. It's about the only spot you can land to have that shot.
Right. Hole 6, this is a par 3. It is 240 feet. This is a must-get birdie for these guys. You have a forehand gap, which is a little bit more dangerous because it's pretty easy to hit the gap on that left side, but there are some trees to contend with. Most of these guys are going to be taking the hyzer route with a mid-range or putter even. They really are just going to be throwing it hard through this right gap and let it skip up or slide up to the basket.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, most of this fairway is like dirt and a little bit patchy grass, so you can get a lot of skips on this hole.
Yeah. And just like I said, slid up right to the basket. He's only left with about 10 foot or 10 feet.
Gregg just barely getting that hyzer angle down to get it towards the basket, and perfect. Yeah, it's one of the more annoying things is whenever you're trying to throw like a skip shot and your disc just comes out too flat and it just skips straight.
Right.
Very frustrating.
And I like Tim's play here
Oh, yeah.
because he did this first round as well. He just throws it low and hard through that right side gap and just relies on that skip and that forward carry. And he's executed it perfectly.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
First and third round.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to hit the gap whenever you're basically just like throwing it right into the ground.
Right. Bradley with a nice 2 there.
Looks like Mason's going to be the only par here. Yeah, definitely a missed opportunity on this hole.
For sure. I mean, if he's wanting to make some ground on Gregg and Bradley, he's got to get holes like these.
Yeah.
And holes like these. Hole 7. This is a par 3, 240 feet. This is an island hole, so you have to make the island. You can't really see it on camera here, but there is a painted island here. So these guys are just going to be throwing a straight to soft turnover putter or a forehand. So we'll see. Whatever you're comfortable with getting onto this island. This is definitely a must-get birdie for these guys, though.
Yeah, and Bradley, with how good he is with those putter backhand shots, I'm assuming he's going with that. That looks like it's hydrogen a little bit too much.
And he finds the OB. And there is a drop zone short, probably about 80 feet, so he'll be taken from there.
Gregg going with the forehand. Oh, yeah. Dude, that was tracking for a sec.
It was tracking. Just a little bit more height on it, and that would have been in the chains.
Got Tim going with the backhand. It's looking very nice as well.
Perfect shot. And shout out to GT Hancock for acing this hole
Oh, this is the one
during
he
the final
aced.
round. Yeah. Yep.
Wow,
it was
what
this
a-
hole.
What a sweet one to ace.
Yeah. And there was a nice little payday for that one. So, yeah. Big congrats to GT. Mason parking the hole.
We got Bradley from the drop zone.
He's going to be losing 2 strokes to the card here.
Yeah.
That's not what you want. Sitting in second place.
Yeah, final rounds are so much better whenever there's a close race going on.
Yeah.
Mason moving to 20 under par.
He's 1 stroke back of Bradley now.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Look
Bradley's
out.
feeling the pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Hole 8, this is a par 3, 333 feet. This is pretty standard hole for these guys, or it should be, as it is pretty wide open. These guys are going to be throwing a big hyzer around this right side through the gap, and then hopefully just end up inside the circle.
And Gregg knew it right out of the hand. That came
Yeah.
out way too early.
Yeah, and that's very sawed off. That's going to be pin high, 60 feet left.
Tim
Tim.
playing this wide, looking for a skip.
He Made a nice adjustment.
Oh,
Gets a nice
yeah.
flare skip, and he's right there.
Beautiful shot. Man, it seems like Mason has like no reach back.
Right. It's
just-
all like he just curls up and then just explodes.
It seems like he's throwing like all wrist, but
Yeah.
it goes so far.
That's a fantastic shot. He's within 15 feet there. See if Bradley can put it close after the mishap on the last hole. Looks like a nice shot. And he's going to be about 15, 20 feet.
See if Gregg can knock this down to stay with his competitors. He's real close on those long ones.
Mm-hmm. It was just a little bit too low.
Yeah.
Bradley sneaking it in there.
Oh, caught that last chain on that left side.
Yeah. Moving to 22 under par. He definitely needed that one.
Here we got Tim for birdie. Real nice and confident there. Really, all these guys have very strict, like, consistent putting routines before they actually putt.
Yeah. I feel like that's most pros. I mean, because you have to have a putting routine.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you're missing everything. Because you got to get in the zone whenever you're putting.
So you're saying I need a putting routine?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah. Mason taps in the bird and Gregg tapping in the par, staying at 25 under par. And Tim and Mason making some moves here. We're on to hole 9, par 3, 313 feet. This one carries right. I almost want to call this one a must-get birdie for these guys, but from the tee, the line is pretty scary. I mean, it's there, but if you carry 2 straight, you're in this stuff right here to the left, and if you go 2 right, then you're in just a world of trouble.
Yeah.
So you really just want to get something straight with a reliable right finish.
Yeah, I think forehand's definitely the play here, but
Yeah. Tim's been throwing this straight backhand, and it's been working out really nicely for him.
yeah, it worked out again, it looks like.
He did it first round, did it this round, and both rounds executed perfectly. And Mason's trying the same thing.
Stay straight.
And yeah, that stays straight and
That-
gets over there.
Yeah, that should be close enough to where he can maneuver through those trees and have a putt.
Yeah.
Bradley
Yeah,
kind of
Bradley.
grip locked that one a little bit, but got a really nice kick, and he'll have an opportunity for a birdie.
But yeah, he's going to be left with about 45 feet. Looks like Gregg's got his eagle out.
Come out of it.
And that one, he just turned that one over too much.
Yeah, you can't put any wrist roll on those eagle shots.
Here's Gregg for the birdie.
It's
Looks
kinda-
like he's lining it up.
It's kind of a sick angle. Just a little bit too overstable of a disc. Bradley's had a lot of these really long putts and hasn't
Hitting
quite
cage.
converted. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
getting real close.
Yeah.
We've got Tim from about 25. Oh,
That, we haven't seen that really.
yeah, he just missed everything on the right
Yeah.
side.
That's surprising. Mason keeping the train rolling. Moving to 22 under par, and he is now tied with Bradley.
Sneaking up there. It's going to be a really interesting final 9 here.
Yeah. He's gained 4 strokes on Bradley since the start of this round.
And really, most of that has come recently, too.
Tim with another uncharacteristic miss. He's going to be taking a 4.
Yeah, he's just having one of those little minor mental breakdowns during putting. You know, it happens to everyone, it seems like. It's like you missed the first one, you kind of feel that extra pressure, like, wow, I really need to make this one now. You tense up, and
Next thing you know, you chain out left to right
Exactly.
side. Gregg makes good for the par.
I think he'll bounce back, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good player. Bradley with an unfortunate par there as well. And that is going to conclude the front nine of this final round of the Bill and Ted's Awesome Disc Golf Adventures Finals. And so far, we got Gregg Barsby leading the pack at 25 under par, Bradley Williams at 22 under par, and Mason Ford at 22 under par as well, making some moves. Then we got Tim at 20 under par. So hopefully Mason can keep playing like he is, because he'll be putting some pressure on Barsby if he keeps sinking the putts like he is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys for the final 9.